Hey people, welcome back to the channel. This video is all about the new LEGO Speed Champions Hoonicorn. This thing is a legendary car for a legendary guy, Ken Block. Absolutely love it and adore Ken Block. Really looking forward to making this one. Grab yourself a brew, let's unbox it, I'll make it and I'll give you my thoughts about it at the end. Hey people, welcome back to the channel. This one's all about the Ken Block 1965 Ford Mustang Hoonicorn 77262 LEGO Speed Champs. I've been waiting for this one to come out for a month or so since I heard it was coming. Absolutely wicked model. I'm really excited to make this one. We're gonna get it unboxed in a minute and have a quick look at it. It is 345 pieces in this one. The Hoonicorn is an absolutely legendary car. Ken was famous for being a racer, racing with Subaru rally teams, and for producing the videos called Gymkhana. If you've never watched them before, you need to go and see them on YouTube. Basically, Ken would take a vehicle such as the Hoonicorn and he would race around various places in an acrobatic kind of fashion, doing all kinds of tips and tricks from drifting to, I suppose, high-speed passes. He would even drift around people and people like vehicles, anything. It was very much a pioneer, really, of that kind of scene. Before Gymkhana, I'd never seen anything like that level of precision driving. It was absolutely brilliant. Now, a bit wary that there's a bit of shine on the actual box for this one, but this one it's a 9+, it's 345 pieces. Artwork for this looks absolutely cool. Big Hoonicorn on the front of it. Back part of it as well looks really good. We're going to get a minifigure of Ken as well. I'll show you around the box individually to that. But yeah, really excited for this one. Let's get it opened and we'll make it. Okay, so we're on the paper bag system, which you can hear me rustling away. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, oh no, 4, 5. We've got 5 bags and we've got another random bag. So I'll have a look at that. That might be a windscreen or something similar. So we'll lay them all out to one side. This is your standard Speed Champs base. We've got that on there as well, so that's cool. And then, a bit gutted, but we've got stickers for the livery. So stickers look okay, but I was kind of hoping that they would go with whole hog with Ken and do a really cool printed version of the Hoonicorn. It does look like we're going to have to sticker that to death, unfortunately. We will see if we have actually got any printed parts. That is quite an extensive sticker kit, so we might not have anything. Instruction manual. Usual link to Lego Builder. I never use that. I don't know if any of you guys use it. Let me know if it's any good. I've never had a look at it. We've got some cool photographs of the Hoonicorn in the wild, so out in Los Angeles by the look of it. And then we've got a mock-up of a Lego version next to it. I like that stuff. Just makes it a little bit more individual. We've got a couple of choices of heads for Ken. I think I'll probably be sticking with the cool flat baseball cap. I reckon this is going to be a nice, simple, easy build. Instructions look okay. Usual Lego style, usual Lego quality, so no issues there. And then we've got a bit of an update as to the other cars that are coming out. I know the Fast and Furious cars come out. My lad has actually picked that up today. I have stuck with the Ken Block Hoonicorn just for this one. I'll probably get the others in fairly quick succession. But then I saw this Ferrari that they've got out as well. I'm quite interested in that. That one's 77261, worth a look. Speed Champions seem to be going from strength to strength. So let's get this built. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, step 1 complete. So we have made the rear diffuser here. We've started to pack out some of the base plate. That is, I've got a feeling that's like the handbrake that Ken used to yank all the time as a way to set the car drifting. And we built up some of the footwell. Very minor stuff at this point. So we're going to move on to stage number 2. It's a bigger bag. In fact, I'll show you what we've got for the minifigure, because the minifigure for Ken is really cool. So Ken block livery on the rear. We've got this very sort of, looks like Ken face on here, but we've got a bit of a snood to put on, which I think goes underneath, which is cool. And then you've got a different face, a whole nother head really, that you can put on, which gives you Ken with a set of glasses on, and then a very sort of Ken block helmet. I think I've seen him wear his helmet style a couple of times, but it's not really my favourite way for the minifigure to go. I'll be going down the line of having a minifigure with that head and the cap. I think that looks absolutely wicked. But yeah, you've got options. It's really nice, a bit different. The only thing that sucks again is that we've got the spanner that every single Speed Champions guy seems to collect and carry with him at all times. So nothing different there. Let's go on to bag 2. Let's see how we get on with this one. Bag 2 complete. Bag 2 really focuses on that Mustang rear end. Really, really cool. Love the way that they have remade these lights. The squarish sort of back end mixed in with that diffuser looks really, really good. The first of the stickers is in here as well for the Hoonigan livery. And we've got this large spoiler on the back there. Worth noting, this is a printed piece, the RTR badge, which is kind of a signature thing on the back of a Mustang anyway. And we've built up around the door frames, which aren't going to open by the look of it then. This is another static set of doors. Not a problem for me, but lacking in a little bit of detail. I'm not sure if the Hoonicorn doors actually do open in real life, so it actually might be a bit more true to life. Some of the track cars and cars that have been made, you actually climb through the window. I'm not sure whether that's the case with the Hoonicorn or not, but that's bag 2. So we're going to knock out bag 3 now and see where this takes us. Hopefully a bit more detail, and then we're going to be getting rid of some of these stickers. Okay, third bag done. This is really cool. Build up and intricacy around the doors is really, really nice. I can see why this isn't an openable door at this point. There is a lot of stickers involved in this part as well. You are putting on the exhaust on the sides, and you've got some of the Hoonicorn and 43 livery to put onto this, but it's a good use of these specially shaped squares where it's adding to those lines, and it's creating that sort of deep, you put it like side pod look that you have on the Hoonicorn. I really like it. It's built up really well in bag 3. The focus really was in and around this area here. Yeah, and we're going to move on to bag 4. Really coming together, looking really cool, really enjoyable as well. Not taking ages, but I would say anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes per step. Really nice palette cleanser. Let's go. Okay, bag 4 done. Yeah, starting to look like a Hoonicorn. Front end's really cool. These are printed on for the crosses on the actual lights. Some really nice bits of assembly here to be able to create that look. Very different, it requires multiple small little pieces. And then we've got this small printed part with a Ken Block 43 skull on. Same on the other side. So yeah, really, really cool. Love the way that builds up. We've built this part of the bonnet around the engine. You end up building what is I thought was effectively like superchargers or something that were coming through, but that's built and done. And I think we're just going to end up finishing this off now. We're on to bag 5. You can see that you've got a windscreen piece in the piece of paper that's not numbered. And I think we'll put that together. We'll finish it off. And we've got a couple of stickers to do as well. But overall, not too bad. Stickers have been okay. I just wish most of it had been printed rather than the stickers, but we'll get to that in the conclusion. Let's go for bag 5 and let me show you what it looks like. Okay, bag 5 made. This is awesome. So I'll show you around it, but a couple of highlights in the last part of the bag. The different windscreen is really cool. I love the way, I've not seen one of these old school windscreens, which effectively was like every single windscreen for a car when I was a kid. But that's used for the actual back or rear screen. And yeah, livery on top. You've got the Hoonigan 43 skull and crossbones, which is really cool. Just finishes it all off, really nice. These look like the real thing as well. I haven't got a side-by-side comparison for a photograph, but these look like the right wheels, so no compromises made, with the exception of the stickers. That looks wicked. I love it. Let's give you my thoughts. Okay, so thoughts on the Ken Block Hoonicorn now that it's built and done. Quality wise, this is a usual Lego quality. Instructions were really good, very simple, nice easy steps. That 9+ badge that's on the box, yeah, I'm pretty happy that anybody really from about 6 years and older is going to be able to make this. Not sure why it is a 9+. If you've made some of the other Speed Champions before, this one is definitely doable for you. I think that the Speed Champions, albeit they're getting a bit more complicated in the way that some of the parts go together and sort of behave and integrate, the way that the actual instructions make them really simple and break the steps down into real small bite-sized chunks, that really helps with this. Lego parts themselves, everything goes together as you would expect. There's nothing that I think is a quality issue that you need to be aware of. I'm really impressed with how this has translated from concept into the actual design of the small Lego car. What I would say is there are faithful attributes of this which clearly make it look like a Hoonicorn straight off, but it's not completely accurate. Some of the way that the livery is slightly different. It is I want to say it's a really good attempt at that. But if you wanted me to be pernickety and you wanted to look at it in a detail, finite sort of detail with it, it isn't 100% accurate. What is really good that I enjoyed about it is that the alloys are, I think, pretty accurate. Probably the most accurate I've seen on a model of that kind of scale for the Hoonicorn. It's definitely something that Lego have been picking up and been raising their game with the Speed Champions. Wheels, since the Bugatti for me, have been getting a lot better, a lot more accurate, a lot more detail, a lot more thought out. I don't even mind with this one that it's got still some Lego studs on it. I think because of the way that they've managed to create the Hoonicorn, it's got that look and it doesn't require it to be less Lego-fied, if that's really a word. What I found with the Speed Champions equivalent in the Hot Wheels series is that they are a little bit more car accurate in the way of smooth panels and kind of raised the level, I think, of what we can achieve out of a Speed Champions type set and similar. But I think this one is an absolutely great representation of the Hoonicorn on the basis of how it makes me feel. Now I know that's a bit touchy-feely and a bit weird, but I looked at this and got excited. I thought about Ken. Ken was one of my heroes. I wouldn't say growing up, but as an adult, I looked up to Ken Block. I loved the way he raced. He was a definite, all tyres must be slayed. He pushed the boundaries, what you could do with a car. And when I look at this Lego set, I get that nostalgic feeling. I get the remembrance for Ken. And I just think it's a great way to celebrate his life and what his achievements were in the sport of racing cars, whatever discipline he was doing, because he did do loads of different ones. Gymkhana will always forever stick in my mind. And watching this hurl itself around the streets of London on what we call BBC Top Gear, which was like a programme that I grew up with all the way through sort of the 90s. It was absolutely epic, amazing, and it does create that feeling for me. Value-wise, I think we're there. £23.99. for this one, or £22.99, forgive me, I think, off Amazon. Absolutely brilliant. The only thing with Amazon is I'm very careful about what Lego products I buy from Amazon. If you buy some of the bigger sets, you do have to look at whether they are actually Lego. I have had a fake Lego set before from Amazon and I've returned it, so you need to be careful with that. But with the Speed Champions, I kind of feel like it's one of those things that you don't need to worry so much about. Ordered that, release date was for the 1st, and this has been done on the 1st, so that's absolutely mega for me. Negatives then for me are stickers, loads of them. There definitely could have been more printed parts. There's an element of this with Speed Champions where this one has got some printed parts, but the majority of this is stickers. It didn't ruin the build for me because the stickers actually do go on quite well. They're on quite large flat panels, but if we wanted to be pushing ourselves into a different realm like we are looking at with the Hot Wheels, I would expect that these would now all be printed parts. I think that would have been really cool. I also think it would have been nice to be able to get it a little bit more accurate with some of the other bits of sponsorship like Toyo tires and stuff like that that would normally be on this vehicle because they used to sponsor Ken. So I know there's probably licensing issues with that, and I get that. I would hope almost that similar to the Formula 1 cars I've had, that they come out with some sort of sticker kit for this. I'd be interested in that. I would probably buy the sticker kit to be able to make it a bit more accurate, maybe some Monster Energy stickers and stuff on it. I suppose it depends which iteration of the Hoonicorn that you're looking at, but the thing's absolutely epic. Value-wise, I think it's there. Minifigure, on this one, I think the minifigure is absolutely bang on. With the flat, the flat cap, I want to call it the flat baseball cap, the snapback cap. That looks 100% for me like Ken. I'm not a huge fan of the huge helmet, but he did wear that all the time with rallying. He was one of the first people I saw with a helmet that had a part bottom chin piece, which wasn't a full chin piece. It's quite a weird look when it first came out, but that's something they've incorporated into that, and I think that the option choice of it is brilliant for people. You've got the option to have him with glasses on, you've got the option to have him, as I've got him, with the beard and the hat on. That's the one that replicates Ken for me the most. What also sucks is we've still got that mechanic spanner. Oh, we really need some new stuff, Lego, when it comes to the accessories that comes with the minifigures itself. So, other than that, I think in conclusion, to bring it all in, because it is only a small model, this is a must buy. If you are a Ken Block fan, buy it. If you're a Hoonicorn fan, buy it. If you're a Speed Champs freak and you love the Speed Champions series, I can't see a reason not to buy this one. I did choose this over the Fast and Furious Brian O'Connor car. I'm a huge Fast and Furious fan, and I did choose it over that new Ferrari because for me the Ferrari is beautiful, but I couldn't say no to the Hoonicorn. Absolutely legendary car for a top legendary bloke. Gutted about him passing away following a snowmobile accident. If you've never seen Gymkhana before, I'm going to urge you, after you finish watching this, click the like button, leave me a comment below about your favourite Gymkhana. I think we got to Gymkhana 10 before Ken passed away. Which one's your favourite Gymkhana? If you haven't watched Gymkhana, go and search up Gymkhana. I'll try and put maybe a link in the description below or some wording below so that you can actually get it. He absolutely inspired a generation of people to do more with vehicles and to push harder. Created a whole genre of film about driving cars at speed, doing really cool tricks. Dare say he actually influenced the video game industry as well for some of the drift sets that we now see in games like Need for Speed and very similar. So I hope you liked the video. I hope you're getting some modelling done, you're looking after yourselves. I am getting some Gundam done at the minute. Just got the video out for the MGSD Freedom, but I've also got in the background, you might not be able to see, I've got the MGSD Destiny. Really looking forward to making that one. I've been amazed with the box art for it. If you want to see some more models being made, please do stick around, subscribe. I try and upload every Monday, but at the minute I'm just training for the BMX World Championships over in Australia, and so up until July I will be a little bit hit and miss with videos. That's why it's a little bit sporadic at the minute. Thank you for bearing with me. For those people who have sent me a message, wish me luck, and been kind enough to reply to some of the posts, community posts I've put out, thank you. It really means the world to me. I hope you're enjoying the videos. click the like button, drop a comment, subscribe if you want to. Look after yourselves. I hope you're getting some modelling done. Just take care, and I'll see you soon.
Okay, you know what I'm thinking?